Hello, and welcome back to Marvel Puzzle Quest with me, P.I. McLeod. It's been a few days, right? I mean, well, to be fair, last time you guys saw me, I had I don't know, day after day after day after day after day after day of videos. You know, we had Galactus enter on in, and we had Gertrude's Welcome to S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff, and we had a puzzle gauntlet, and Star-Lord had to come in with a new event, and geez, it was just a bunch of stuff. Back to back to back to back to back to back. Well, we had a stretch of no new things. So here's where we're at. To be quite fair, there's only a couple of things that happened recently. We got the new Moon Knight to celebrate his show. I haven't seen it yet. No spoilers, please. But I've heard good things. Beyond that, I have a Crash the Titans to do. That's really about all I got. However, I did get a request, and I'll leave it anonymous. I can say words. That someone would have was thinking it'd be neat if I did some of these PvE stories, and went through my daily grind on it, but narrating it. I wouldn't necessarily have to do everything as my full grind per se, from what it sounds like. More like hitting each node at least once. That's not a full grind, but let's say I do most of my grind and I go back and hit each node once, so you guys can kind of, see it as is. And then narrate it, read the story on each node. So in this case, in Thick as Thieves, I'd hit the node. We'd go into it. I'd read that help Black Widow find a stealthy route into the secret Magia hideout. And then we'd go on in and we'd play the mission, and and there's that little comic book text in the beginning. I'd read it. And if you know anything about me, I'd probably try my best to do some voices, but I'm not promising greatness. I would just do it for silliness features, but that's about it. I don't know. Someone was saying I should do it for Web Wonder coming up, but if anyone else has any extra views on that, or no, that's silly, don't do that, or I don't know, think I might give it a shot. I could definitely see the appeal of starting with Webbed Wonder, though, because let's face it, that's probably one of the funniest stories I have. Anyways, Crash the Titans, right? Against X-23. I know a guy. I know a person, a dude, that X-23 is one of their favorites. Just a great character for them to play as. Mainly because she's got tankiness. She's got a really good regen on her. It doesn't really regen like a traditional regen would, but hey, you match any green, red, or purple, and you get a bunch of health back. A lot of health. She becomes extremely tanky because of that alone. Is she unkillable? No. No, not at all. But when she first came out, she was pretty beefy, because no one had regen like that at the time. And to this day, no one, she's still pretty up there. She's got really good health regen for a 4-star character. She's got a decent purple. It's a little pricey, but it's decent. The only thing that's lackluster, if I had to say anything about her, is her green. It costs 9, and only does, was it 9 or 12? Whatever, it costs at least 9. Point is, costs that, and only gives you an extra ability if you have 12 red AP banked. It doesn't use it, but you have to have that amount of AP banked. And then when you use it, the green ability, now the next time you use her green ability, you'll get these extra strike tiles made with it. And every time they're offered for the rest of the match. In other words, it takes 18 minimum green to get that extra bit out of this power, and it's just a couple extra strike tiles. It's a little lackluster, if you ask me. It's asking for a lot. I would do if you had to redo this character, but you wanted to keep that that theme alive, I would make her green super cheap to start. Make it 5 green. You know, something small, but don't require anything else banked. I think if you really, really, really need to have something banked in order to get that extra stuff out of it, make it do like Agent Venom, where you have 5 black, right? But it costs an extra 2 AP from another pool to do that damage. Well, have this one drain an extra 2 AP from another pool, but then you get the extra strikes made with it. Something along those lines, because as it is now, it's a slow ability. By the time you get all that out there, match is over. I digress. She's a very tanky character that can make strikes when you have a ton of AP saved up for such purposes. Okay, satisfied? Oh, and by the way, her purple makes traps. One of the earlier characters in the game to make traps. It's expensive, but it gets cheaper with strikes out on the board, which leads me back to the whole it's so expensive to make strikes with her routine. Okay, anyways, okay, let's go. Moon Knight. 4-star Moon Knight, that is. I have to say that nowadays. I don't think he really made many waves when he first entered the game. It was you had your people that were like, oh yeah, Moon Knight, you know, people who were fans, but then you had everyone else who's like, who? And his powers didn't really wow anyone, but they weren't underwhelming either. In fact, he had some powers that were actually really good. You know, they still kind of are. His green is stupidly strong, but it's a random character. His black is pretty darn good when it kills somebody, but if you don't kill somebody with it, it's kind of meh. And his purple, all 3 of the passives that are on it are really nice, but you can't choose what passive is going to happen. You just gotta hope and pray it's one you want when you start the match. That's the problem with Moon Knight. He came out and he's good, but he's so random. You know, 18,000 damage to a random enemy. Maybe basically almost 19,000 at the level I have him at. You just can't choose. Thankfully, this is a one-on-one fight, but you get my point. Lunacy. Match a black creates an attack. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. When you match a black, create an attack tile. When you match... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reading like the whole thing here. There you go. So this one is create an attack tile when you match black. This one does extra damage when you match purple. It's kind of like 2-star Black Widow's espionage ability. And this one creates a strike tile whenever you match greens. They're all pretty darn good. They make strong tiles. They do strong stuff. It's just you can't choose what you're getting. And then a Fist of Khonshu. If you put it up to 10, it does some decent damage. If it downs the enemy, it restores health. That's really good. For 9 black, that's worth it. But the problem is you don't get that restoration if you don't down somebody. So then it becomes a little pricey for what it does. Anyways, like I said, he's good if you get him in his element. If you don't, well, you just got to deal with what you got. Boosts off. Let's go. We're going to face off Moon Knight versus X23. Animation's on because it is a one-on-one fight. Which one did we get? We got the Aspect of Khonshu. Oh, we missed his passive beginning. At the beginning of the round, his passive is an animation based on which one he got. But, oh well. So creates a strength attack tile when we match black tiles. Okay, so we want to match black, like this. It's going to help us combat her regen a little bit. But she's got a lot of regen. 650 health. Believe you me, this is only because they gave her level 3 of it. If she had level 5 of it, this would be a lot more annoying. Well, it looks like I gotta match that 4 of red there. Because if she does get enough green, I don't want her to have the red to actually activate the green ability. What a slap in the face that'd be after I did so much complaining about it. Want my attack tiles back. There you go. We don't have to worry about trying to get health out of her by downing her because really it's just one-on-one. So let's give her a big punch. Bam. Pow, right in the kisser. Let's see if we can... Oh... I was gonna say we get enough green to see his other ability in action, but I don't think she wants us to. Ahem. See, now, if she had the red banked, that'd become a new ability. But she doesn't, so, oh well. I'll take that one, I guess, just to get a little cascade. If I match that team up, she's going to take the green. And I'd rather that not happen, because I want the green. I guess I'll do that. So you think those attack tiles are keeping her regen busy. She's getting just enough to fight my attack tiles. That's good. Keep her busy. I guess I should match those purples, huh? She's going to take them otherwise and probably put out some silly little trap. Plus I get a green out of doing it. Ooh, and I crit that I did not know was there, obviously. I'll take that. We're almost there. We can almost fire off the highly expensive, but actually pretty darn good Moon Silver Blades. Gimme, gimme, gimme. This will end the fight. Even through her healing. Bye-bye. Whoosh. I hit a random enemy. I think I hit the right one. There we go. Another latest Legends token. Yes. Yes. And that's really it. So take my proposition with a grain of salt about the whole reading through a PvE story mode. Tell me what you think about it in the comments if you're interested. I'm more than happy to do it as long as I find the time. I probably wouldn't do it back to back on stories, but I'd probably at least complete a story mode before I skip one or something. Maybe we can make a whole playlist of them or something if people like that idea. It's just like me reading the story to my kids every night, right? Only this one would take a little longer because of the stages and playing and stuff. I guess along the way you'd be seeing how I play through Shield Clearance Level 10 PvE as well, so nothing wrong with that, I don't think. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys real soon because this guy's gonna have his store open soon, isn't he? I'll see you then. Later, y'all.